Just like nothing changes. We're starting with barbell bench, 5x5 here. Do about 75%, 290. So, and still feeling the chest. Chest is still not 100%. Again, 2 weeks ago, tweaked something, just unracking. But again, did not inhibit me from working out. I just know it's there. So with that being said, last week was a little better. So we'll see how this week goes. I did get a massage on Friday. Had my masseuse kind of dig into it, open it up a little bit. We'll see how it feels this week. But, it's going to take some time before that area fully heals just because, we're hitting chest, we're hitting shoulders. So the area is still getting utilized and things like that. So it's not getting that much recovery from it, but we'll see how it goes. But like I said, 5x5 here. We're doing 1 arm dumbbell bench, followed by dumbbell incline, and then kind of forgot the rest. Yeah, yeah, put anywhere that's close, like, yeah, next to another session. Appreciate you. Just feeling good. But exciting news. Woke up this morning, new low, 235.2. So I would say we're there. Already there. We still got 2 more days. I ain't sweating one bit. And again, in 2 days, we're doing the 30-inch pizza challenge. This will be my third annual year trying to do so. First year I did it, wasn't that pretty. The second year, I was close. I had about 8 to 10 slices left. Still couldn't do it. But over the course of time, I've learned that I made 2 critical mistakes. And both repeatedly. Just last year was a little bit different than the year before that. One was I had like 4 main meals going into it. So, of course, I had about 4,000 calories worth of consumption going into that challenge. Secondly, the first year, I put a pepperoni on it. I tell you, that was a big mistake. Did you ever try to eat that much pizza with pepperoni? Your stomach is in a rude awakening, I'll tell you that for sure. That's all I tasted afterwards, just pepperoni. And I'll tell you what, just filled with grease afterwards. Like, for like 2 weeks, I'm just going to stay on pizza just because of that taste. Then the second year, same mistake. Had 4 meal consumptions. And again, same thing, 4,000 calories worth. But this time was a little bit different. Instead of doing pepperoni, I had cheese pizza. Now again, I was able to get more food down completed, but still failed. Still had 8 to 10 slices. So this time, moving forward, I got it all planned out. I'm gonna have my breakfast, which is nothing special. 140 grams of egg whites, 3 whole eggs, 3 ounces of rice. My pre-workout snack: 2 cups of blueberries, two tablespoons of peanut butter, protein shake, and banana. I'll lift, then I'll work out. Then I'll have a post-workout snack, which is a cup of pineapple, a cup of mango, protein shake, and then depending on the time, I might have to have one more meal, and that'll probably be beef and lettuce, something to hold me over for at least 6 hours. So going into my pizza challenge, I'm able to get a little bit satiated, move into it, but also too, I'm able to build a hunger response as I get closer to that pizza challenge. So that's how I'm roughly planning for that day on Friday to do so. Again, I just never know. That's the unknown Jody, but that's the plan. You're probably thinking like 3 inch has a lot. It is, don't get me wrong. It's definitely for a family of 4. But it's something I like to do in my spare time. And it's probably like, might be once a month, once every 2 or 3 months that either I come across, depending on the phase and the season of my train, what I'm trying to do, where I'm going. So that also does take in consideration. But I mean, really, I try to do this deal just for my own enjoyment and things there, and to kind of see how capable am I able to consume at one sitting. Again, it's for my own enjoyment. So yeah, I will be recording it too. So I have it posted up as well. I had to eat it. It's, you guys can see the results afterwards if I complete it or not. What time did you put it in? Friday at 5. Not this Friday? This Friday at 5. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule because that day's the birthday. Oh. Yeah, I know. Oh, so yeah, you're good. You're good. I didn't put anything down, so I just reached out to her. You coming Friday? You coming Friday? You planning on it? So might just chill beforehand for a little bit, and then the spot will be at 6:30, and then we might just do something else like bowling or something like that afterwards too. That was a little fun right there. All right, that's it for ball bend bench. Game 5-6-5 here. Fortunately, we did not get the last set there. Yeah, I kind of, to be honest, forgot to ask for a spot. So it is what it is. But we're gonna keep this down. Get ready for single on the dumb bench. All right, sitting on dumbbell bench, 2x8, 3x4. Starting with 90s. We might go 110, maybe 120. The less says 4 here. But, you know, like, if you're just trying, just build, if you're just trying, you're good. If you're just trying to get strong, well, it all depends on what your goals are. I would just definitely use single arm movement. It can be whether it's, you know, a dumbbell, machine, like a plate loaded. Definitely advise to use a single arm movement inside your program. This can help you get stronger, and this can also help translate into a bilateral movement. Like, here we're doing single arm dumbbell bench. So this will help carry transfer back over to benching over time, things like that. Because the stronger you get one arm, the stronger both arms are going to be over a length of time. So if you haven't, I mean, again, it's all based on your goals, and it's all based on like what you're trying to achieve. Now, again, if you're just trying to build muscle, I mean, you can use machines. I mean, and then if you do these correctly, you can still build muscle by doing so. It depends how good you form technique and how you really using your chest versus your shoulders and things like that. All right, we gotta switch the weights for the last 2 sets. Let's go with you. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this 30-inch piece challenge. I look forward to these things. And for me too, like when it comes to like relationship food, like I get it, like I understand. Like I used to be that guy where like in college, just just food or trying to do what I need to do, whether it's gain weight. You know, I used to double my meals. I was doubling my breakfast, my lunch, my dinners, having some junk food, snacks, Pop Tarts, Cook bars, you name it. And maybe like having 2 or 3 cheat meals a week, do pizza, waffles, anything along those lines, right? And that was during the college. And then when I came down here, and the same thing, I still repeated those same negative habits. We went to it, even when I was doing bodybuilding too. The past 2 shows when I was bulking, I did the same concept again. And I was at a moment like, yeah, were those compliments awesome? 100%. Like, because people would comment and be like, man, you're getting bigger, you're looking good. But deep down inside, like, I was just feeling like shit overall, like, you know, low energy, tired, bloated, inflamed, all those things like that. Overall feeling, just feeling like shit. Even when I was dying down for shows, same concept. Same feeling from the outside, looking good, like we're getting lean, got compliments. Again, at the same time, I was still feeling like shit because I was just drastically cutting weight. I was losing 40 pounds in 6 months. Now it's doable, but again, it's not the best option. It's not the best route. Now, depending on what your state of health is, depending where you're at, like if you're 100 pounds overweight, it's like, yeah, maybe lose that amount of pounds in that short time period will probably be beneficial because you're trying to get that weight off. And then After you get that thing, you can move on to the next step of let's do it the more corrective way. Let's build the body back up and things like that. So like over the course of time that I've been living in Houston for the 4 years, I've gone through all the trials and errors. I've gone through hell and back 3, 4 times. It's like those feelings. I just like those feelings like you just didn't think about at the time. But it's like you look back on it, it's like, yeah, like what you thought was good wasn't that good to be honest. And fast forward, what I'm doing now is like, figuring out the foods that you like, you enjoy, and when it comes to cheat meal and my relationship towards it, is I look like it as a reward for myself. I don't look like it as a punishment. I don't look like it as a guilt. I don't look like it as like any negative factors coming into those types of foods. I look at it as more as a reward and satisfaction with that relationship. Because for me personally, I meal prep 6 days out of the week, right? Granted, 7 too, depending on what cheat meal I have, but I do 6 days out of the week. So it's like I know I'm having the same foods Monday through Saturday. I know my foods are clean. I know what I'm having. So when it comes to that Sunday or whatever day I feel like having a cheat meal, it's like that switch up and that reward changes because again, it makes the food a little bit different tasting. So it kind of tricks my body in a sense to have that in a sense where it's like, cool, I'm not having the same thing over and over and over again. I'm switching out by having some type of savory flavor, but then I can go back to having the same foods for the next 6 days. Enjoy the savory food, repeat that over and over again. Now, at the end, when you go have these fun foods, it's like you want to make sure you're still within a caloric intake of your daily needs. You're not trying to go have, like, again, like, disregard the 30-inch pizza challenge. But if you go out, have drinks, food, fun out, whatever that case is, you don't have to go over your caloric intake. Like, stay within that range. Like, if you are going out, just eat protein. So when you go out on the back end, you can indulge as much drinks, food as you want, and you don't have to feel guilty because you're not gonna eat that many calories or overindulge yourself because you already had protein earlier in the day. That's gonna keep you full longer and it's gonna reduce those cravings. And like at first, it wasn't easy. Trust me, it was not easy. Like when you train your body for a long period of time of like having those fun, savory, tasty foods, it's hard to go the opposite direction because that's all your body is known for. And the only way to overcome that is slowly tear yourself off. So for me, it's like, man, I was having like 2, 3 cheat meals a week, right? So if I was having 3, I was like, cool, let me just drop it down to 2. Let me do that for a while. It's like, cool, let me drop it down to 1. Let me do that for a while. Let me drop it down. It's like when I got to the bodybuilding show, there was a period where I couldn't do it for 8 to 10 weeks. And that's something I had to really tell myself, okay, this is what you're trying to go for. This is what you want. You gotta make the sacrifice for a little bit. But I'll say that was the best thing to do so. Because that teach I taught myself to be more disciplined, but I also taught myself more like how the whole foods respond to your body. And at the same time, like teach you some not having those cravings. Even we have all the temptations, right? You have all the peer pressures in the world around you. How can you hold yourself accountable to it, right? How can you stick to your word, to that promise you made yourself, good to go X amount of time to not have those foods, right? So trust me, like it was tough. Don't get me wrong. Now, like I learned to have fun with those relationships of food. I learned how to enjoy it without the feeling, because again, I found the foods that, even fun foods that work with me, like pizzas, burgers, all those things like that, wings sometimes too. I found foods when I go have fun foods that work well with me too. So when I do go have that, I know that I'm not paying as much consequences if I were to do pasta or ice cream along those things. Doing pasta or anything like that, ice cream, dairy, particularly, that shit just makes me blow and looks like I'm too much pregnant. So it's something you have to keep and think about. All right, that's it for sitting on bench. Gonna put this up. It's that for dumbbell incline. All right, onto dumbbell incline, 4x10. We're starting with 65 this time. Like, I think we did dumbbell incline last week, or excuse me, the last phase, but that was second block. So we did flat bench, then we did dumbbell incline. This time it's different. We're doing, we just did barbell bench, then we did single and dumbbell bench. Now we're going to incline. So again, instead of being the second block, all the exercise is the third block now. So again, the chest is not going to be as 100% or close to it as it was last phase. So we're starting with 65, see how the body feels, see how much stored in the tank we got, and we just go from there. Things that, because last time we did 5x12 at 70, we failed the last two sets. So I think 65 would be good. Sorry right now. Again, with being third block here. I'm going to be venting to you guys a lot today, but I mean, it's just what's going through my mind is what I've been hearing from people, complain about. People always make excuses. What it is, again, like, whoever you watch, whoever you see, whoever you get the information from, at the end, just know you're not trying to be like them. You're not trying to look a certain way. You're not trying to live a certain way, right? Again, like you still have the, still eat with intention, still train with a purpose. But at the end of the day, like you're not gonna acquire that physique that you aspire, you look up to. Again, it's been long, long time work put in to get them where they're at. So just because like maybe you're not there in a year or two, doesn't mean that you're not making progress. Doesn't mean that you're not achieving the results you're looking to achieve. Now, again, it's based on how well you're sticking to your program. But, at the end of it all, are you willing to do what you need to do to achieve your desired outcome, right? And whatever that desired outcome is for you, are you willing to do the work? Are you really putting the effort and things that, are you really, are you really to go all in or go half ass? That's the question you gotta ask yourself when it just comes down to what you want more. Things that, now again, it's like what I was saying earlier, I'll get back into after the set. Well, I was talking earlier about, the relationship with food. It's like, it's tough. Yeah, that might, honestly, that might be the longest work you might have to do. Because that relationship with food, it's tough to find the balance. It's tough to, really tell yourself, ask yourself, is like, is this really what you want to ingest? Move to your goals? It's like, that's the question. It's like, you can always find the balance to have that fun food still be part of your diet. This is how often you want to do so, right? So, just because, like, you can see people do that all the time and they don't gain weight, that's them. That's not you. You gotta understand your body. You gotta understand how your lifestyle is. You gotta understand how you put your body, your lifestyle, your day-to-day activities into perspective, right? Like, because you might be looking at me like being 6'3", 235, like I'm still eating 3,100 calories and I'm still pushing heavy ass weight. I was like, how's he doing so? It's like, well, one time while I was put into building myself up, trials and errors, find what works, what doesn't, going from there. Two, my body responds way different than yours. Mine's more hyper responsive, so like I can respond to a lot of carbs. I just go around with like heavy sets and weight and things there. You might not. You might respond the opposite. You might respond better to fats. You might respond better to 8 to 12 rep range. Who knows? So it's like you gotta learn how your body responds to and adapts to certain different changes physiologically too, right? So it's all things that goes into when you're trying to change, adapt to a new lifestyle, new version of what you're trying to do. And again, whatever that end desired outcome is for you, is you have to really look at that broad spectrum and break down every single thing that's you're lagging, that you're weak at, and really break it down to like how can you improve those areas, right? You go from the outside the box to the inside the box and things like that. All right, I was it for dumbbell bench. I get some for flies, and I'll keep chatting with you guys more. All right, done my chest flies. 3 sets of 20 here. This is it. This is the last exercise for chest. And then triceps. And that's it. But, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to keep sounding like a broken record. Like, your life is already chaotic as it is. Yeah, I said this yesterday too. Why make it more chaotic when you can make your health simple? Know your foods. Figure out how much protein calories you need. Figure out your training, how many days of the week you want to go, what your split looks like. Make it train with a purpose. Bring the intensity every time you come into the gym. Making sure you get your steps. Again, like a lot of things, cardio is like, listen, the only cardio I've been doing is my 10K steps. I've not done anything extra. Now, when days comes where I can't like walk outside because of rain, I just walk on a treadmill. But I don't look at walking on a treadmill as a cardio. I just look at that as me getting my steps. So making sure you get 10K steps, making sure you're hydrating your body, getting at least like half your ounces in body weight. On it's not just about the water intake, it's about your electrolytes. Making sure you replenish that as well. Lastly, making sure you're reducing your stress as much as possible and recovering. Make sure you're getting hours of sleep you need to. That's where the most growth comes from. That's where you see the most fat loss is sleep. Like, yeah, like it sounds like a broken record of sleep, but it plays a huge role into your journey. It plays a huge role in your life. How alert you are, how energized you are, how good looking you are, and things like that. It plays a lot. And so, like, make those 6 principles simple for you. Again, like, just because you see someone go like 5, 6 days a week doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. Everybody's schedule is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody's season of life is different. Do what works best for you. Find what things work. Again, just because, like, I'll show you eventually, just because red meat works for me, it might not work for you. So it's like, you have to find what works for you at the end. Don't try and copy what everybody else is doing. I mean, if everybody is doing the same thing everybody else is doing, one, we won't be in this this epidemic of obesity. Two, no one will be making excuses and complaining about trying to get in shape, trying to be fit, trying to look confident. Three, no one would be in this predicament trying to find the information what's the next best thing for them. When in reality, it just comes to tailoring to your own lifestyle. And the biggest thing of all is how can you make that sustainable? how can you make that sustainable from the time you start now to the time you're on your deathbed, right? So it's like, how can you make that sustainable? So whenever life gets in your way, whatever life throws at you, adversity, setbacks, roadblocks, whatever that is you know how to adapt, you know how to overcome, and you know how to get yourself from that position moving forward. And that's what just really comes down to it. It's just learning how to adapt, navigate, find sustainability that works with you and your lifestyle to make it enjoyment, not suffering. Yeah. All right. As it flies, you're gonna stay right here for skulls. Oh. All right, last exercise of the day. Dumbbell skulls, 4x12 here. Again, we're still pushing the reps a little bit. We're still pushing weight, but again, it's just a burnout because with all the pressing we did through flat bench, dumbbell bench, and uh, dumbbell incline, because we did a lot of triceps. Like triceps were involved a lot. So this is pretty much pumping as much blood into that arm area, and that's about it. I mean, my arms, I've seen my arms grow so much more doing this way than like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, if I had to have the actual arm day, my arms can grow super fast. But I don't want that rhythm right now because I don't want my arms to overpower my shoulders. That was my weakness before. So I'm trying to build my shoulders bigger too. So my arms don't overpower. I can have my shoulders overpower. I wouldn't have a problem with my shoulders be overpowered than my arms. Because then I can always just grow my arms super quick. And if you made this far, give it a spin here, your rants in. I'll be drop down below if you agree. If you don't, I'd like to know your reasons behind it. I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. Nothing wrong, just a friendly conversation with it. But I mean, like, again, this just goes through my head. This is why, like, I just see in the industry, like, I'm 100% natural. Like, I understand, like, the work it puts in. I understand the dedication and consistency of it too. It's like, it's been a long time, kind of like, it's been 4 years for me to develop the physique I have right now. Because like 4 years ago, I was not looking like this. And again, what I was explaining earlier to you before was like, I gone through trials and tribulations where I still had those negative habits. Yeah, was I getting like kind of strong? Was I kind of getting big? 100%. But was I looking the way I want to look? No, not really. So over time, it's like, just learning, adapting, figuring out what things work. And at the end, it's like, you're finding things to be simple and you do that over and over again. You don't have to necessarily think about it at the end. That shit just comes second nature to you. This is just like when you brush your teeth, when you go to work, when you put your underwear on, right? You do all these things. You take a shower. Those things are simple to you because you know you have to do it, because what happens if you don't? Your breath smells like shit. Your body odor smells like shit. You're not making money. You know, you're not doing all these things, so you need to do them, you know, burn yourself into looking the best. So why not do the same thing for your health? This is all really comes down to it. No 35s. Those are 30s though. I mean, these things might be harsh to you guys, but I'm gonna keep it real with you on this channel. Be authentic as I can with you on this channel. There's no bullshit here. I mean, it's putting the work. Again, like I said before, you don't have to put in the work where you are doing the same exact thing as I'm doing, or you see again as you see someone else you look up to is doing. But at the same time, like push your limits, have intentions go into your plan, and be consistent with it. It's really just be consistent overall. You will see changes. You see results. Again, too, of course, we're in times where holidays are around the, like, you know, right around the corner. You know, every time, like, you guys are always, again, going back to chaos, you're making it like chaotic because you got the holidays, right? You're worrying about gaining the weight, or you're worrying about getting 8 to 10 pounds for the new year, and you got to start more than what you want to, or either worse, you know, versus like you're doing what you're doing right now, sticking to your plan. You can fall off your plan because you can celebrate the holidays with the family, but you can get back on it. And so you can come in the new year, still looking the same, even better, less than what you were coming into the new year. So, I mean, like, I just don't know what else, you know, I can really say that for you, but this is like, keep it simple, be consistent, and just overall, just have fun with it too. Don't guilt yourself. Don't like try to find things you're gonna go opposite. Just have fun at the end of it all. It's all about having fun at the end. All right, guys. I think that's enough for today. That was a workout, chest and tries. Like I said, 2 more days. We'll do the 30-inch pizza challenge. Tomorrow is an off day. Friday, we hit some shoulders. We'll see what the weight cap is for Friday morning. Till then, I'll catch you guys next time.